Hi, I'm John Connell. I'm a global artist ambassador for Phoenix 360, and I'm joined today by the fashion model Lucy Toby. Hello, Lucy. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm doing so well today. I'm really excited to be on Phoenix 360.
Oh, it's so sweet to have you here. Thanks, Lucy. Listen, I was wondering if you might share with us your journey as an artist and as a model. But first, I'd like to share some of your content. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
All right, that's great. Okay, everyone, tune in to fashion model Lucy Toby. Well, Lucy, those are so lovely. I mean, wonderful shots and locations and fashion. So, can you tell me, how did you get involved in becoming an artist and the fashion model that you are?
Well, I really started off when I was a younger adolescent. Around age 13, I started doing runway.
Mm.
And as you can imagine, that was so exciting for me. And ever since then, I've been driven to pursue more modeling. Around age 17, I did my first actual photo shoot with a local artist, Preston Page. He's a wonderful photographer. He shot for Vogue. He takes his work very seriously. And those were some incredible images. And since then, I've been doing event modeling, promo modeling, runway, photo shoots. But my favorite type of photo shoot is just artistic work commissioned by individuals. Whenever I get to work with like an art professor or somebody whose heart is just really in the work of the photo shoot, that's the type of creating I love to do the most.
Oh, I love that. It's great that you mention also photographers of integrity that you appreciate, and I like hearing you mention that, and then also the artistic aspect that you really appreciate in some of these people that you collaborate with, so that the final product is so powerful. So I really appreciate that. Now, listen, Lucy, let me ask this question. Like, I don't think people realize how difficult modeling is, and it requires you to be so present. And so, is there anything that you do to kind of replenish your spirit to get you kind of up and motivated for these shoots?
Well, I try not to overload my schedule is the first thing because I'm a very ambitious person and I'll you have these bursts of energy where you book yourself, but you can't pour your cup is empty. So to replenish yourself, I suggest spending time with things that fulfill you. I love taking my dog Ruger for walks. I love spending time in nature with friends. Um, I love brainstorming new concepts for photo shoots and anything that just feeds your soul.
Oh man, I love that so much, Lucy. I mean, I just like hearing things that you love, and I agree. There's so much that I also resonate with, that other animals are, our pets, but even the wild animals, they inspire us with beauty and majesty. And you say the natural world, anything that replenishes your soul, it's just so important because you start new again, you know.
So, as I featured in one of the photos sent earlier, I was modeling with a snake, and that was an albino boa, or she may have been a python. I'll have to check in with that. Her name is Goldie. She's from the Wildlife Command Center here in St. Louis. And I've been excited to work with them on a number of occasions and model with their animals. So it's always exciting when we get to incorporate wildlife into photo shoots.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, that is very striking and amazing. I think there is also a very famous um, Natasha Kinsky, I believe, was wrapped in a similar alpine, or rather albino boa in another type of shoot. So I love the fact that you have the courage as well to engage with animals in that way for these kinds of shoots. So how about this, being an aspiring model who would look up to you because you've already kind of blazed a trail, and in an industry that's highly competitive, and is there anything that you might advise to steer away from or navigate to help in their career?
So I would advise for just from a safety perspective, just be aware of scams, and be aware if things sound too good to be true. They probably are. Um, if you feel comfortable, and if your photographer feels comfortable, maybe on the first shoot, bring along a mom or dad or boyfriend if you're a younger model. Uh, Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and don't feel that you're in competition necessarily with others in your local industry or pool of people, because those are the people that you're going to be creating with, and you're going to be lifting each other up. You're going to be giving each other opportunities, to going to model calls, to shooting together, and really just as many hands that you can join with and connect with. That's what's going to lift you up the most. And don't be afraid to be a bit um, to come off as a beginner, because everybody starts somewhere.
That's wonderful advice and recommendations. You know what I mean? I like how you were indicating as well, to make sure about that there's safety, that you have support, that you recognize with whom you're working. We were talking about a snake earlier. You don't want to be working with snakes unless they're part of the shoot, and they're an actual snake. So at any rate, I do appreciate that. And that's very wise. That comes from experience, and probably experiencing some pain too, yourself. If there's ever a situation where, we learn the hard way, we can help others avoid those kinds of things. But I love your art, and I love what you're doing, Lucy. Do you have anything that's coming up that you'd like to present or promote that we can expect on your social media channels, like your Instagram feed?
Well, recently I have been working a lot with one of my best friends, Nikki Serenity, and we have some shoots coming out soon that I think are going to be really special. I was also on a reality TV series called Fashion Anarchy that filmed here in St. Louis, and that is dropping on Apple TV and Roku on TV network.
Uh-huh.
And that's January. So definitely watch out for that. I'm working with designer Caroline Willard with CWC Couture, and we get up to some wild stuff on that show.
That's cool, Lucy. Well, you're collaborating with really some terrific, people and agencies, and I'm just so happy your aspiring career is just so encouraging. And so I wish you the very best. Thank you for being with us today on Phoenix 360. I want everyone to tune in to Lucy's social media channels that you can see below our interview, and we will look forward to her coming up on Phoenix 360. Thank you so much, Lucy. You take great care.
Thank you, John. Looking forward.
Yeah, me too.